Hey guys, it's Tyler. Just wanted to chime in and say that I miss you guys. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys very soon. I know all of the leaders are super bummed that we haven't been able to get to see you guys, play games, worship with you guys, work through things through our small group time. So hopefully we get to see each other very soon. So I want to be talking a little bit about something Cassie kind of talked about in her devotional that she did earlier this week, and that's kind of worry. She was talking about anxiousness, and worry and anxiousness are kind of the same sort of, they're in the same category. We all worry, and worry is kind of when we look at a situation, we choose not to trust God. We say, God, I don't know if you're in control. So we start to worry a little bit. We don't know what's going to happen, so we become afraid and worrisome and get anxiety, and we can be kind of begin to overthink things a little bit. And worry is real, and so much that Jesus spoke about it because he can see to our hearts and he can see the worry and the issues it creates for our lives. And he specifically talks about worry in the Bible. He kind of uses the word anxiousness, but worry and anxiousness kind of go, and depending on your translation, kind of go hand in hand. So the first verse is in Luke 12:22, and he said to his disciples, "Therefore I tell you, do not be anxious about your life, what you will eat, nor about your body, what you will put on." And so you may be looking at this verse being like, I don't know how that really applies to me. I wear clothes every day. Back then, people didn't really know what they were going to eat, what they were going to wear the next day. They had to worry about this every single day. So it made it super hard. So people were just always worrying, and Jesus just comes and says to them, don't worry about it. And you could be like, if in a situation in your life, Jesus, how can you just say, don't worry? Like that's just something super hard. And sometimes I feel like I worry about things I can't control in my life, but we're never meant to be in control of those things. That's our Heavenly Father's job. And thank God for that, because if I was in control of my life, I know things could be a lot worse off than they are now. So how do we worry less? First thing we need to do is we need to be able to confess and speak our worries to others. If you can't acknowledge what you're worrying about, it's hard to counteract those things and to begin like working at the root of the problem of where your worry is coming from. Another verse that is super good is Philippians chapter 4, verse 6. And let me pull that up really quick. It says, "Do not be anxious about anything, but in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known to God." So the next step we have to do after acknowledging it is pray about it. And we have to ask God specifically to help us with our worry. What specifically is giving you worry? And we need to pray, and we need to ask God to help us through that. And that could be through other people in our lives helping us, our parents, our small group leaders, our friends. We just need to be able to pray, and God can do amazing things to help us work through that worry. And the final step is with thanksgiving. Can you declare what you are thankful for that God has already done in your life? When we worry, we often forget about how faithful God has already been to us and the prayers that he's answered for us, because we're just so kind of in this little realm and this ball that we can't get out of because we're just so worried about what's going to happen next. So I would say 3 steps that you can kind of start to get rid of your worries: to acknowledge your worry. What are the specifics? What is specifically giving you worry? We need to pray about it. We need to ask God to help us and to be with us through the worry. And at the end, we need to be grateful. We need to thank God for what he's already done in our lives. And the Bible's pretty clear that if we do those things, God will definitely help us. And a final verse I just want to share with you guys, and it kind of ends this whole talk about worry and anxiety, is Matthew 6:27, where Jesus says, "Can any of you, by worrying, add a single hour to your life?" So something to think about. Worrying is not doing anything for us. It's actually taking us in the opposite direction. It's making things a lot worse for us. So just something to think about. I just want to say I miss you guys so much. I miss hanging out, and I'm hoping that we can get together here pretty soon and not be stuck in our houses. But you guys want to start praying about this, leave comments and maybe some things that you're worried about, because it's in a pretty worrying time. So just know that us small group leaders are thinking about you all the time, and that your Heavenly Father is going to be always with you no matter what. So see you guys later.